Yo, yo, it is day 6 of our descent into hell, and it's January 26th. And I have to say, it was a slightly quieter day. Or my brain is adjusting to the fucking chaos. Either one of those things could be happening. But when I went to look at the headlines and I went through, same Al Jazeera, the AP, BBC, PBS, NPR, the headlines are a little bit more subdued today, and I'm grateful for that. Like I said, I do think that things are going to start to level off, and some of these organizations, some of these other countries are going to devolve internal plans to try to deal with this man who just makes everyone's life a complete living hell. We're going to start off, though, talking about something that is not about Donald Trump. 2024 was the worst year for home sales in the United States on record since 1995. We know there's a lot of reasons for that. I would say a reason that they did not mention in this NPR article, number one, is that wages have stagnated. Wages have completely stagnated over the last 60 years. So people are not able to keep up with increasing rates, increasing home prices. Also, the amount of affordable homes, and again, like what is affordable, right? The amount of homes, starter homes that are out there on the market, there's not a lot. And I think that relates to some degree also back to greed, because a lot of builders that are building new homes want to make a giant profit. So they're building these huge, stupid $500,000 or $600,000 homes that very few people in our country can actually afford to pay for. In any case, the experts are saying that they foresee rates to stay around 6 and 7% for the foreseeable future. They're saying this is the new normal for our rates. They're also saying there are people in the real estate industry that I think are falsely optimistic. I think they think that it's going to get better. I don't know why they think that. I think the opposite is going to happen, because we also happen to have the highest amount of debt, personal debt, and I'm talking about the citizens of the United States have the highest amount of debt that they have ever had in history. We are up over $1 trillion in credit card debt, and defaults are also really high. So it's not good. And a lot of what people are purchasing on these credit cards are things like groceries, basic needs, which tells you that people do not have a lot of additional cash. Some part of me thinks that some of these articles that are sort of like fluffy and like everything's fine, this is just our new normal, are so that people don't panic. Because I personally, when you look at a lot of the stuff, it looks like our economy is in fact hanging on by a thread. We'll see. Time will tell, right? But some of the people that I trust the most, some of the financial experts that I trust the most, they foresee a recession or possibly even a depression. I mean, again, time will tell. The home prices have also gone up remarkably in the last 5 years. 5 years ago, the median home price in the United States was $260,000. Guess what it is today? $404,000. And that's exactly what I'm saying. That's, what is that got to be, like a $4,000 mortgage or something along those lines. Who the fuck's buying those houses? I'm not saying that there aren't people that can afford them, but there's not a lot of them. The last time I checked, only 18% of people in this country even make more than $100,000 a year. I'd have to go look to see if that's still accurate, but I'll tell you that $100,000 a year sure doesn't buy what it used to. Sure doesn't. So this part of the news really reminds me, I'm sorry I keep bringing up Harry Potter. I know a lot of people hate her guts, but it's just such a good analogy, because do you remember when Voldemort's back and then Slytherin sort of takes over everything and they fire all the teachers and they start replacing them with psychopaths. Yeah, that's actually happening right now. So Pete Hegseth was confirmed for defense secretary, despite just being an absolutely despicable piece of shit human being. We might as well just put Andrew Tate in there, honestly. Same difference. And Christy Nome, the dog killer, it's not funny. Her killing a dog is not funny. I'm laughing because it's fucking sick. I'm laughing because it's just so repulsive. It's so gross. I'm disgusted. She was confirmed to be the Secretary of Homeland Security. It really always goes very, very well when you put people that have literally zero empathy into positions of power. As you can see, look around you. Everything's running smoothly. Trump is trying to bully TikTok into selling 50% to U.S. companies. Oracle is one. There's some other investors involved. That would leave ByteDance with a minority stake. I don't think they're going to say yes. I don't know. It's hard to say because maybe if their back's completely against the wall, they'll be like, well, we might as well get something instead of nothing. But I don't know. It's so sketchy. It would continue to operate in the United States, and then Oracle would oversee the algorithm. And again, so are they building a new algorithm? Or are they trying to buy the algorithm from TikTok? I'm not 100% sure about that. It just seems like a shitty deal for TikTok. And I don't know. If I was TikTok, I would say, eat a dick, actually. I'm not interested. So I am not planning on TikTok sticking around, and it's already starting to suck, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. For those of you that are currently locked out of TikTok, I know there's a few of you that are watching this that deleted TikTok from your phone and now you can't get back in. You're not really missing much. Some things to note about what's happening on TikTok is that more of the immediate news of what's going on both nationally and internationally is being really suppressed. You can't see it. Similarly to what Facebook is doing, where there's certain search terms that they're hiding. Absolutely, TikTok is doing the same thing. There's certain things that you can try searching on TikTok and nothing comes up. And it's all the things you would think it was. So, it's ruined. And we all know it, and there's probably a bunch of feds on there, and we know that too. And there's been some really significant content creators that have gotten banned. Oh man, Denisha Carter. I don't know. Some of you are going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about, lady. But for those of us that are chronically online over there, most of you will know who Denisha Carter is. She's gorgeous. I don't know if she is a model. I just always assumed. And there was that long period of time where everyone thought she was AI because she's so perfect. Her voice is so perfect. Her face is so perfect. Anyways, she's been pretty outspoken about some things, and they didn't like it. So they actually took her. I saw her. She managed to get this video out there explaining that they took her account down, and she has millions of followers. They took her account down when they went dark. When TikTok went dark, they just deleted her entire account. And they won't answer her, and they keep telling her that she violated creator, our code of ethics, but that's not what it's called, and I can't remember what it's called right now. Anyways, they're telling her that she violated it, but when she asks them how or what did she do, they won't answer her. So yeah, that was coming. That was inevitable. We were just doing too much organizing there, and it was snowballing too quickly. And I mean, this administration was never going to allow that, even though Trump just enacted some sort of rule about American free speech, but that's only going to apply to right-wing voices, and we all know it. It's literally, he's a very vengeful man. He's going to suppress leftist voices. Any dissent towards him is going to be eliminated. 100%. I have no doubt about it. It's already happening. People will probably be put in jails. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. So yeah, I hope TikTok doesn't sell, but it doesn't really matter because it's trash now anyways. Trump fired 17 independent inspectors general. These independent inspectors general, it's a government oversight agency that was created because of Watergate. Some of the stuff he does is so cartoonish to me because I'm just like, do you know that people can like see you and hear you and they're reading about the stuff you're doing and it's so like obvious what you're doing and why? I think they don't care. I think that they just believe that they have like woven enough of their poison into the government that it's not going to matter and that they're just going to get away with everything, which maybe they're right. I don't know. Again, time will tell. But they fired these people with no notice to Congress, so it's illegal. They have to at least give 30 days notice. I don't know what the fuck difference it really makes, 30 days notice or not. If these people who are in positions to try to safeguard against abuse of power are gone, I feel like now is just the same as 30 days from now. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get this over with. I feel like Dave Chappelle with the like wrap it up box. I don't know if you guys watched that show back in the day, but like, let's wrap this up. If you're going to like put us all in jail and like kill a bunch of people, me included possibly, get it over with. Like, just go. I'm ready to get out of here. No, but seriously, it's, you know, I do want us to hit rock bottom quickly. I know that we are comparing things a lot to the 1930s, but there's a new factor that did not exist then, and that is the internet. And the internet has the ability to spread information like wildfire. And it's very difficult to completely suppress anything because of the internet. So again, I'm hopeful that we can't foresee exactly how this will play out because we have never been here before. We have never been here before. Also, people have never had this much freedom before. We are not particularly religious in this country anymore. We haven't been for quite some time. We have had a lot of freedom as a people, maybe even too much in some cases, I guess, or I don't know. You know, I mean, there are some laws that should be there that are probably missing, like some gun restrictions, so that there's not just constant daily school shootings, right? So but we've become accustomed to, for all intents and purposes, doing whatever the fuck we want. So I think trying to get that cat back into the bag is different than people who had a lot of decorum, were really afraid of upsetting their neighbors, were really afraid of losing social status and class and things like that. We don't have that. I mean, to a degree we do, but not really. Not like that. In fact, I would say Americans are relatively unhinged. So I feel that absolutely anything is possible. And I think that the people that are trying to pull this off want to think that they're in control and they want to think that this is going to be predictable. I disagree. I don't think it is going to be predictable. I don't think a lot of people saw Luigi coming. I mean, you can look back at it and say, like, sure, all the ingredients were there, but I just don't think they saw that coming. And I just don't know what's next. But I believe that we will see many unexpected events occur. And I think some of them may work in our favor. Fingers crossed. So anyways, yeah, there's no oversight at the new White House, obviously. Duh. Oh, I didn't look into this and I wish I would have, but I think Elon and Trump are fighting. I saw something like Elon gets asked to leave the White House or something. Trump made some sort of comment to somebody saying that he's sick of him and that he's clingy. It's so hard to take them seriously. It really is. It's like a reality show or Real Housewives or something, but then they truly are so evil. It's like the revenge of the evil nerds. So it's like kind of funny and then also horrifying. And it's just, I don't know how to react. The FDA finally banned red number 40, which is a dye that has been added to lots of different foods for I don't know how many decades after they've known this whole time that it causes cancer. They make so much money from cancer, so much money from cancer. So they just let us keep eating it. They're just like, all right, if you want to eat that, it's on you, buddy. That's really, I feel so often the way that our country is when it comes to these things. And I'm sure a lot of you saw that they recently discovered that there's high levels of lead and other heavy metals in protein powder, in particular chocolate protein powders, in particular plant-based chocolate protein powders. So that's unfortunate because I would say that's probably a really heavy percentage of the protein powders that people are eating on a daily basis. So keep that in the back of your mind. There's always this thing within me that's just like, there are no shortcuts when it comes to food. We need shortcuts because we're so busy because capitalism has us by the throat, and we don't even have time to like wash our ass. I mean, remember that whole trend on TikTok? If you were on TikTok when we found out that guys don't wash their ass, that was really disturbing. But hey, I get it. You don't have time to wash your ass. I think a lot of our food is toxic, and I know that there's all these people that are like, oh, RFK Jr. is going to help us. We're going to be eating beef tallow. All right, whatever. That's not the worst thing that could happen. I think that guy is a creep. I'm not a fan. I think he is nuts. I think he pushes a lot of pseudoscience. But, again, we're trapped. This is just what's happening. So any small good thing that comes out of this, including, I don't think that the FDA banning red number 40 has anything to do with RFK, but whatever, if they fix school lunches, I heard them talking about fixing school lunches on NPR the other day, that RFK has interest in that. But I'm like, aren't you guys like banning schools? Aren't you like banning school lunches? Sorry, I thought I heard my puppy. Okay, we're almost done here, but bird flu is killing hundreds of thousands of chickens across the country. Ironically, the price of eggs has skyrocketed. Although I'm like hesitant to tell this because it's my fucking secret. But you know what? You guys deserve to know that Trader Joe's eggs are still like $3. So I don't know. I've heard that eggs at Safeway are like $18 or something, but Trader Joe's has completely normal priced eggs. It could be regional. It's totally possible that it's regional, and perhaps they have a regional hookup here. They're getting them locally or something. I don't know. Again, I'm in Michigan, so I don't know where the $18 eggs are. And I think California is the state that has had to cull the most chickens. And I know that there are some concerns about bird flu in the milk too. In any case, they're saying that this is going to go on for some time. On another food-related note, and this is a little bit funny to me, even though it's probably going to really adversely affect my own life. It just is sort of like, yeah, fuck you. So there's just fields and fields of crops that are not being picked. They're not being processed because the immigrants are scared to come to work. That actually applies to anywhere. I've seen videos of construction sites that are completely empty. They can't finish their projects. What did they think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen if you did this? And I know that there's already been a lot of farmers pushing back. And again, like, hey, you guys, we tried to tell you not to vote for him. We tried to tell you not to do this. And now our food prices are going to go absolutely bananas because all those farmers, they can't get white people to do this. Are you kidding me? They can't even get just like, I don't know who they're going to get to do it. Children. I know that I'm laughing, but again, it's not funny because the Republicans, they are lowering the age or completely removing work restrictions for children, which that's always a good sign. when a fucking political party wants to make children available for the mines again. That's how you know those are good people. Anyways, yeah, maybe when they shut down the Board of Education, they can just send the kids into the fields to pick the fucking strawberries. Fuck you. So yeah, I think we can look forward to some high food prices. I highly recommend, if you know a person that has a garden, ask them if you can help them. If you yourself could possibly start a garden, it's a good idea. I do not think we're in a situation where we should be heavily relying on supply of stuff coming here, period. All signs are pointing to no on the supply chain coming from other places. Because, we may be able to get crops from elsewhere. I don't know, though, because Trump is pissing all over their faces. You know what I mean? Like, Canada probably would have helped us. Probably not anymore. Again, Mexico might have helped us if Trump wasn't doing this. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think we're fucked. It really is. It's like having like a really, really insane parent that just destroys your life, and you're a kid and you can't get away. So yeah, that's what our life is like. Okay. Well, see, that wasn't so bad, was it? I don't know. Or am I just adjusting to the horror? We're gonna have to adjust to the horror to one degree or another. It's gonna keep coming down our throats. Okay, that was a really poor choice of words. I'm sorry. It's Saturday. It was a long week. It was a week from hell, if you will, with many more to come. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you. I hope you sleep well. I hope you're doing something fun. I'm not. I'm just gonna go to bed. See ya.